Start with Colby Covington, if we could, please. The surprise announcement today. I think we all expected you to be fighting in Rio for this fight. That's what we had heard.
That's weird. That was never announced.
Well, not announced. That was the rumblings. So I guess I just wanted to, kind of find out what happened there, and if Colby, if that's any less special to you or any less exciting for you to not, get to go down to Brazil again and try to repeat the performance.
Yeah, I'm the king of Brazil. I owe it to the Brazilian fans to go back there and put on a show for them. The thing is that Brazil wasn't ready for me, so Dana had to put it in the U.S.
Shut your bitch ass up. You went tough backstage.
Yo, you got 30%. You put 100% of the fans to sleep, motherfucker.
Hey, all I need is 30% for you. You could bring your mom, your cousin, Jesus. And even that might give you a 30% chance to beat me.
There's a reason you're at the little kids table, scrub. Get used to it, Junior.
But you wouldn't respond back on Twitter now, huh? And backstage, you wasn't acting tough, were you?
No one cares about you, man.
Oh, you wasn't acting
tough
backstage.
Get away, Quinn. Come talk to me, Junior.
That's what I thought, you Twitter thug. Everybody be quiet. He might call the cops.
Colby, let me ask you a question. I mean, you've been outspoken your entire career. Obviously, it seems like you're outspoken today, too. But, with incidents like happened this week, I mean, when things going outside the realm of just fighting and promotion, I mean, is there any part of you that thinks maybe you should dial it back a little bit or find yourself in a position like that?
Nah, man, I got Dan Lambert on my side. He's got all the money in the world, so we got a serious security team behind me. Ain't no one going to put hands on me.
Fair enough. And I'll just ask RDA as well. I mean, again, we thought this was going to be in Brazil. I know that would have been a special moment for you, but is it disappointing at all, or does it change your excitement for the fight, not being able to do it in Rio?
Yeah, not at all, man. My last fight in Brazil was 10 years ago. I would love to fight there, but I think the place not going to change the result of the fight. And it will be great, it will be awesome. Beat this guy on his own country with his people cheering for me. That would be great.
Can someone get Google Translate out? Yeah, I can't hear what he's saying over there.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. If I could quickly for Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy, I just wanted to ask you, I mean, this fight, I think a lot of people stylistically said it would be amazing, right? But, I mean, you're the guy that's putting everything on the line as the top contender and the guy that's been there. And, we know you had an injury as well. So what is it about this that excited you to say, okay, I will take that fight?
Well, I'm actually very excited to fight in Liverpool. It's going to be amazing. The guy's a great stand-up fighter. I was kind of waiting at first. I was approached right after my Masvidal fight. Of course, I wasn't really sure what my thumbs were up. I haven't had any X-rays or anything, any MRIs. Ended up breaking both my thumbs, so that was a no-go at first. And I kind of wanted to see where the welterweight division was going. I know there was rumor of an interim title, and I wanted to know if I was going to be at the top of the list for that. But come to find out, it wasn't. I wanted to stay busy. I want to stay busy, and what better chance to go to Liverpool and fight for the fans over there against a strong welterweight Darren Till. So I'm excited, man. Let's go.
Thanks, guys. And just one last one for me, for Cowboy, please. Cowboy, here you are again. Traveling abroad. Fighting the up-and-comer that, no disrespect, I'm sure you probably didn't know too much about, knowing that you don't watch a lot of fights. So I got to ask, signing up for this one, did you do a little more research? Did you find out a little more about the guy before you just jumped in and said, yeah, I'll fight him?
No, I just said, yeah, I'll fight him. But that's just what I do. I was trying to rally to get some fights last night, actually. So UFC wouldn't have it. I couldn't make the weight anyway, but hell. I'm here. I love fighting. That's what I do.
Great stuff. Dana, down here in front. I'm waving to your right. I just want to ask, we know what happened last time Colby Covington was in Brazil. Are there going to be any special precautions, I guess, taken when he's back over there in the next few months?
When he goes back over there?
Yeah.
We're not going there. This fight's in Chicago.
Okay.
Never going back. That place is a dump.
Okay. Apologies, I didn't see that reported. Can I ask Leon Edwards? I mean, obviously, you've been calling for this for a very long time. You've been asking and saying that you've deserved this shot at a top 10 guy. I mean, how pleased are you now to be sitting on stage with so many of the big stars of the UFC?
I'm very happy to be here. I've been calling for, like I said, Cowboy for quite some time now. I called Darren Till for quite some time now, so I'm happy he stepped up, but made no mistakes. I'll put him away. 2 years ago, he could have competed, not now. I'm going to kill him.
Thank you. TJ, we know you were looking to fight DJ for a very long time, Demetrius Johnson. How did it come about that you're now fighting Cody again? And when were you made aware that you weren't going to get the Demetrius Johnson fight?
Look, man, that's a question for Demetrius Johnson. You know, everyone knows I wanted that fight. You know, once he decides to sack up and challenge me, we can talk about that. But I'm in the business of fighting. I'll fight anybody. You know, it's time to just step up and do it.
Thank you. And just Cody, one last one. We know how the first fight went. Why is it going to go differently, and what have you been doing to make sure it is going to go differently?
You know, that's the past. I'm healthy, and I'm ready to go out there and reclaim my title. You know, hats off to TJ. He got me. He was the better man that night, November 4th. August 4th, it's going to be a different story, and I'm excited to go out there and put on the rematch and a fight with him.
A question for Dana over here. Just two questions about the belts. Could you explain why the Covington RDA fight is for the interim belt?
Will I explain what?
The Covington RDA fight. Why is it for the interim belt? Tyron Woodley, obviously, is not happy about it. Said he's coming back in July. So could you just explain the thought process?
Yeah, he's injured. He's been out for a while. We've been trying to get him to fight. He's not taking any fights. He sent us a doctor's note from like the best shoulder specialist in the country who said he's out till August. So, again, we're not going to be in a position where we jam up a division, so we're going to do the fight.
Okay, and in December, you said you wanted to do TJ versus DJ. In the end, why didn't the fight happen?
Again, another guy with an injury and wasn't crazy about the TJ fight. DJ wasn't crazy about that fight, and he's injured, so this was the fight to make.
Okay. Just a question for Colby. Did you notice that RDA is wearing a T-shirt that has a boomerang on it? And if so, what is your response to that?
I don't notice anything that little midget that got melted by a featherweight does.
Okay. And one other one for Jimmy Rivera. Obviously, there's some bad blood between you and Marlon. Have you ever felt this way going into a fight before? It seems just based off the stare down and the months of build-up that there's some animosity there.
Yeah, it definitely is, but it's just fueling the fire, and I'm looking forward to the fight on June 1st.
Thank you.
No nerd safe.
Dana, this one's for you. How excited are you to have a UFC event in Chile, and there's any news about UFC coming to Argentina?
Yeah, no, we're very excited. Excited about that fight and the fight in Chile. And I mean, I say it all the time. We're going everywhere. Yes.
And this one's for Santiago. Santiago, what does it really mean to fight close to your country? And what about the opportunity to fight in Argentina in the near future?
I'm really excited, man. This is a big opportunity for me. I have a hard work every day. You know, this is first event in South America, you know. Chile, I stay in my house. I love the people in Chile. People love me. In South America, this is my people, you know. And I'm really excited for this fight and the future. I have other fights in Argentina. This is a dream for me.
Muchas gracias, Santi.
Right here for Raquel Pennington. It's been a pretty long layoff for you, and you're coming back into a title fight. Just how do you prepare mentally, physically for such a long break coming into such a high-level bout?
This is something that, for me, has been hard work for many years. I've had the 18 months off, but that's okay. In my mind, I haven't taken any time off, and because of the fact that I've had a coach, Tisha, and other athletes, my mind has constantly been working, and now I've had the opportunity to get my body back in shape, so.
And for Amanda as well. I mean, in your last fight, you had quite a bit of animosity with Valentina Shevchenko. This is the complete opposite. You're hugging Raquel during stare downs and stuff. What's the difference kind of going in when it's very friendly compared to a lot of tension?
You have to be ready for each fight, And Valentina was like a little rival from her side, but with Rock's completely different, We are cool. And it's normal for me, And Misha's after party, I was there, when she beat Holly Holmes, and this one is not gonna be different. And the thing that I'm gonna do inside the cage is not gonna change, I will keep this belt. This is the thing it means for me.
Okay. And one for Donald Cerrone in the back. If you win this fight, you'll pass George St. Pierre and Michael Bisping for the most wins in UFC history. I know that stuff doesn't mean too much to you, but does that give you a little added motivation?
It's pretty cool to have the most wins in UFC history, I think. I mean, shit. Right? So
He ain't winning the fight, so it doesn't matter.
Leon, I mean, expand there. I know you've wanted this fight for a while. How happy are you to finally get it?
I'm very happy. Like I said, I'm calling the top 10 guys now for a while, so it's good to see my hard work paying off. So come in June, I'll put this man away, so it's all good.
Okay, one for DC, right in front of you here. Just what are you doing right now? I know the fight's still a couple months away, but what are you doing to just get yourself ready for heavyweight again?
Eating? No, just we did The Ultimate Fighter. Stipe and I did The Ultimate Fighter. We're just done with that, and just spending time with my family, because once training camp starts, it's all systems go, big focus, and try to make history. So right now, just kind of hanging out, spending time with my kids and my wife, and then getting ready to fight Stipe.
Okay, and for Stipe, this is probably the smallest guy you've ever fought. I don't know what DC is going to show up weight-wise on fight night, but I mean, how does that compare? How do you prepare for fighting someone that's smaller as opposed to some of these bigger monsters you've been fighting?
I mean, he's an amazing fighter. It doesn't matter how big or how small you are. He's going to come and bring it. I mean, he's done well at heavyweight, so it's going to be an amazing night. July 7th, it's going to be an awesome fight. I can't wait. I'm super excited.
All right, over here. First question, Kamaru. Kamaru, how does it feel to be the most avoided man in your division and nobody want to call you out?
Well, I think I have a very difficult style to fight. I believe when guys sign to fight me, they know that, well, I really can't win the fight, so I'm hopefully trying not to get beat that bad. But, it is what it is. I'm still learning. I've only been doing this 5 years now. I'm still learning. I came in just a wrestler. And besides my last fight, the last 3 fights before that, I stood up with straight strikers and I straight dominated from start to finish. So, it is what it is, but hopefully upwards and onwards from now on.
When you see somebody like Colby get a title shot, how does that make you feel?
Oh, man. He don't deserve a title shot. Besides Damian Maia, who else? Nobody. And when I asked to fight him, he doesn't want to fight me.
Keep using your time to promote me. That's why you're a mark, bitch.
Yo, you want to talk? You talk
Junior,
trash
settle
on
down,
Twitter.
Junior.
See, we live.
You ain't ready for prime time yet, son.
We live.
You ain't ready for prime time. That's why you on digital cable, boy. I'm on pay-per-view. Sit your ass down, Junior.
We live 20 miles apart. We live 20 miles apart, and we have mutual friends. If it's beef, we can do it
and no
all
one
day.
gives a fuck about you. Dana White,
all
fans,
day.
No one cares about you. You're a nobody. Get a rank win, then come holler at me when you get a rank win.
You do. Hey, you weren't talking all this trash backstage just now, were you? You acting real tough out here in front of the media. Everybody know you fake. If it's beef, we can do it. We live 20 miles apart. 20 miles apart. And we got mutual friends. We can meet right when we get back. It's not a problem. So don't talk big out here in front of all these people. You know you're not about that life. You know that. If you was about that life, you would have hollered at me backstage just now. You're not about that life. Talk tough up here, but you know I will finish you.
Yo, you ain't finished one fight, dog. You're a nobody. You just got dropped your last fight by a nobody. Like, the guy's not even ranked and he's dropping your ass. You had to wrestle hump and fucking bore all these fans. That's why you're not on pay-per-view yet. You're a nobody.
Okay,
Stick
but
to digital cable, Junior.
But I beat the shit out of the guy that nearly took your life in the first round,
The guy that choked your ass out, that got knocked out.
Nearly
You
took
got
your
choked
life.
out by Jose
You got to see that kind of tap that he did? That was a type for dear life because he was about to die in there.
Scammeroo, no one cares about you. You're a junior.
Oh, really? You can holler at me backstage after this, too. Let's find out.
You wish you had what I had, boy. I got zeros next to my bank account. You ain't got nothing. You fighting on the prelim still.
My next question for DC. DC, if you get the job done on fight week, does that make you the GOAT of UFC since you have no drug issues, no outside the ring issues, and you have 2 belts?
Man, when I win the belt on July 7th and become the first guy to unify the light heavyweight championship and the heavyweight championship, I have to be in the conversation, right? I'm never going to say that I'm greater than anybody else, but I need to be in the conversation because Stipe Miocic is a fantastic champion, a guy that's ruled this division for a while. So, yes, put me in the conversation. And I'm 39 years old. I'm fighting these dudes at 39 years old and still getting my hand raised. So, yes, put me in the conversation.
Next question for TJ. After getting the belt last year back here in New York, going out to the West Coast, do you think they'll set it once and for all? Who was the real man at Alpha Male when y'all were there?
Absolutely, man. I'm about to give him coast-to-coast ass whooping. I'm gonna make him go face down, ass up once again. This time he can tell me how the canvas smells at the Staples Center instead of Madison Square Garden.
That's fine. That's fine. You had to get help to your corner on the first round, so hey, it's good.
Oh, please.
We're gonna run
Shoulda,
it back.
coulda, woulda,
Rematch
motherfucker.
August 4th.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
That's why we're doing it again.
Yeah, yeah.
You went to the
It's the
media
if
and said
game,
I would have a
right?
long road back
It's the
to you
if game. Well,
because
guess
you
what?
feared
If
me.
my aunt had
you
a
said
dick,
I had
she'd
a
be my
long
uncle.
road back because you feared me. You went down to fight Demetrius because you knew what was going to come to you.
Yeah, okay, dude.
Exactly.
Fucking idiot.
And do something about it. You're a little
Going
bitch.
to. I already have, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Already
Okay,
dropped
we're
your
gonna do a
ass.
rematch for sure.
Face down,
I dropped
ass
your
up,
ass
asking
too.
for more.
I dropped your
And
ass
I
coming off
dodged
the
and got
couch.
up. Yeah.
I came off the couch and dropped your ass.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking
off the
about?
couch. All right, bitch. That's
Yeah,
why you had to.
11 months inactive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you just did. You denied our fight in July and moved it to November.
I was hurt.
Why? Because your
I was
pussy ass
hurt.
little back.
They called
If you
me to
wouldn't have-
fight you on 3 weeks. You said, well, I had a kid 5 weeks ago. I haven't gone on an RV.
I don't expect
my
you to
coach
have the
is
same
in
family
Colorado.
morals as I do.
You're
I
a
expect.
bitch.
I'm gonna be
champions
in my
fight
kid's life,
anytime. If I was
motherfucker.
healthy last year, I would have defended my belt 3 or 4 times.
I'm gonna be
That's
in
what
my
you
kid's
do.
life, motherfucker.
Good. I'm
I
in
don't
my kid's
expect-
life
I don't
too.
expect you to have
I'm
the
in
same
my
morals
kid's
as
life
mine.
too. 3 weeks old. Train, come home, take care of him.
You're
make
making
an excuse
excuses
because you're a
your
little
pussy
bitch.
ass little back.
But I'm here.
Maybe
it
if
is.
Uriah
August
wasn't holding
4th,
on to your
August
coattails
4th,
so
we gotta
bad,
run it
you
back.
wouldn't have broke your
We gotta
back.
run it back.
Little fucking
We gotta
broke
run it
back.
back. We gotta run it back.
And my final question for Stipe, if you get the job done, does that make you one of the best of all time? Now, that you be the first person to beat DC at heavyweight?
I mean, when I get the job done, I guess I'll be in discussion too. I'm not worried about that. All I'm worried about is July 7th, man. And after that, we'll let everyone else decide for that when I get the job done.
Hey, this question's for Wonderboy. First off, how do you feel about coming to Liverpool for the first time? And how do you feel about your matchup of styles with Till? I mean, he's a pretty big guy.
He is. I think we're pretty much the same height. I don't know what he walks around heavy, but what he walks around at. But he looks like a pretty big guy. I'm excited to come to Liverpool. I've never been, which was another excuse for me to actually go out there and take this fight. I know I'll be in enemy territory, and I know the fans there are very passionate about their fighters. So which is kind of weird, man. Saying that I'm kind of the bad guy coming in this, but it is what it is. But it's gonna be fun, man. I think we're gonna put on a show for you guys May 27th, and I just hope everybody's gonna be excited and check it out and cheer me on, baby. Hopefully I'll have some fans there. We'll see.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Dana, over here. Hi, I'm just a regular fan, and I'm wondering something. Is there any truth to the rumors about Mayweather versus a CM Punk fight?
Well, I mean, everybody's seen that Mayweather is interested in fighting here. I have no idea when, who, or how this will go down, but he's interested. We have definitely talked, and we'll see what happens.
A question, for Dana White, please. So when the UFC will be coming to Russia, and another one is about Alexander Volkov and his next fight.
What was the first question? When are we coming to Russia?
Yeah, the UFC.
Well, we haven't announced anything yet. Habib did. Habib announced something, but we haven't. But we are coming. We will come to Russia this year.
Yes.
Definitely yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And the Alexander Volkov fight. Is it gonna be like a title fight?
The Alexander Volkov fight. I'm trying to remember what card that's on. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head right now. Sorry.
Like any ideas or nothing set up yet?
I'm sorry?
Any ideas or nothing is set up yet?
I can't hear you, babe.
Sorry. No, I was asking for any fighters in mind that you had.
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Thank you.
Question for Dana. Dana,
in the pre-package that you guys had set together, it sounded like it said that Moraes and Rivera were going to be fighting for the bantamweight title shot. Will they be?
Will they be fighting for the title shot? I don't think it said that. It might have, but I don't know.
Right. Well,
Again.
something similar to that. Jimmy, question for you. You know, you've made no bones about it in the past that you feel like other guys such as Dominic Cruz and Brian Caraway have ducked you. Are you confident that this match with Moraes is going to go down?
Yeah, I believe so, and I hope so. I mean, last year I had 3 guys I'm supposed to fight, all get hurt. A guy right on Christmas Eve, so I'm hoping this fight goes through and I can enjoy it and have some fun in the octagon.
But you have the chance to fight other guys, you know. They gave you a bunch of names and you never take it. You have opportunity to fight me too in the past.
I gave you 3 weight classes, 10 pounds on December 30th. You couldn't make weight.
Man, you see
need
what happened to
6
Max
months
Holloway?
to
I
drop
could not make it
from
that weight,
200 pounds to 135. We got the fight. I don't know why you're complaining right now. June 1st is going to happen.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so
I
don't
love
complain.
this opportunity, my friend. I
Me
love
too.
it.
I
love
can't
it.
wait.
I love challenge. I don't think you like much.
I don't like challenge. I want to fight everybody above me. But I'm getting people behind me. What are you talking about? I don't like challenge.
How's about your honeymoon in February? That's not a good excuse, man.
Well, I'm going to reschedule my honeymoon for a 3rd time and make my wife miserable. Obviously,
man.
you don't realize.
Come on,
Happy
man.
wife, happy life, bro.
All right, man. June 1st, we will see who's
No
better.
shit. I just
June
said it.
1st.
June 1st. I said yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
See, it's hard to talk shit when your manager's not here, right?
No. Which manager? Is he fighting you? I am fighting you, man. You better be ready and think about me, not about him.
Okay, no problem.
And a question for Raquel Pennington. Raquel, no doubt about it, this is the most high-profile fight you've ever been in. What is this atmosphere like for you right now? What's going through your mind?
Nothing. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. My hunger and drive is on a whole new level, and this is a stage that I feel I belonged on for a long time now.
And last question is for Yoel Romero. Yoel, obviously the first fight with Robert Whittaker, it was a close fight. You came up short. What do you think you can do differently in the rematch?
I love you, everybody. You know, I make a change. I need to make the change the history. You know, Australia have the first champion in the history for UFC. Cuba needed too. That's what I do. I make a change the history.
A question for Robert.
And this is going to be the last question. Go ahead, Aaron.
Just 2 more if I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're the last guy.
Thank you. Question for Robert.
The guy next to you is the last guy. We'll make him.
All right. First off, congratulations on the baby. Could you just give us a health update? Have you fully recovered from everything that you've been through over the last few months?
Yeah, I'm 100% now. I've been 100% for a little bit. Just training, getting my health right, getting my fitness up. And yeah, all systems are firing real good.
Was any part of you disappointed when you saw Luke Rockhold lose to Yoel Romero? Were you hoping for a fresh opponent?
Yeah, not really. It is what it is. That's the fight game. 2 guys get in there, 1 guy wins. That's just how it is. I was happy for Yoel, upset for Luke, obviously. But yeah, the first fight with Yoel was hard and definitely challenging. I think the fans enjoyed that fight because they could literally see how hard that fight was. And I'm happy to put on another hard fight.
And a question for Edson. What lessons, if any, did you learn from the Khabib Nurmagomedov fight? Of course, you're fighting another wrestler now, a different kind of wrestler. But I'm just wondering what lessons you can take from that experience into this fight.
I learned a lot, Sometimes you need to do something wrong to get learning. But definitely I learned a lot. I back to the gym, training hard like always. And when you lost, I'm more excited than ever. I trained so hard for this fight, man. I can't wait. Every time I step in octagon, you guys see a big war. And that's my first time I was fight 5 rounds. And be ready, guys. That's going to be a 25 minutes war.
And for Leon, I know you wanted the Darren Till fight. Is this a good sort of consolation prize? Are you okay with this?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, everyone's gonna get it, every welterweight, so it doesn't matter. Cowboy stepped in. This is my first main event. He's an old school guy. I'm a new school guy, and I'm gonna have to put him away. He's a good fighter, but he's not on my level, I'm telling you.
And Dana, is Brock Lesnar signed? Is that official? Is that 100%?
No, that's not 100%. I mean, he's still under contract with the UFC, but we have not signed him to a fight.
I mean with WWE?
UFC. He's still under contract with us, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he still has fights left on his deal.
Okay, so there's nothing to sign. It's just a matter of him coming back?
Just a matter of, well, he's got to get back into the USADA pool.
What are the chances he faces the winner of DC Stipe?
What the fuck? What was that?
What are the chances he faces the winner of DC Stipe?
Please.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah.
Thank you.
Dana, just one for you quickly. Can you give us an update on Max Holloway, just how he's feeling and everything, and where does he go from here? Do you just expect him to go back to 145 and do that Brian Ortega fight?
Yeah, you know, let him rest and recover. And again, I'd like to say much respect for him for stepping up and trying on 6 days' notice to cut that weight. And yeah, so we'll end up getting him back healthy and fighting at 145.
DC, you seem rather amused at the idea of fighting Brock Lesnar.
They said, you know, well, I think Conor calls it red panty night. When you go on a card with Brock Lesnar or fight Brock Lesnar, it's like green panty night because it's raining money. When you fight Brock, you getting paid. Brock Lesnar would be awesome because you get paid when you fight with Brock Lesnar or against Brock Lesnar.
Okay, and just one for TJ. A lot of bickering going on behind you with Marlon and Jimmy. I know you're not looking past Cody or anything, but do you feel like the winner of that fight probably deserves a title shot next?
Man, I don't even know what goes on anymore, you know? I just look for the guy I'm going to beat up next, and Cody's it.
Perfect. And Cody, you got an immediate rematch here. If you win, are we doing the trilogy right away?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'll definitely give him the rematch after I smoke him in August. That's what real champions do. Sign up the trilogy fight, you know, and you know, bury that hatchet and move on to the next. See what Dominic Cruz is doing. You know, he's itching back up there, so he's the top guy. I know if you know March 3rd when they offered TJ the fight, if Dominic was still the champion, Dominic would have took the fight. So I'm wanting to fight the best, and TJ's next in line for me to get the title, and then we'll go from there.
Good. What? You got a question? Okay. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you sticking around. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Two best strawweights in the world.
It's a dance for the wild.
I knew that I was gonna knock her out. That's all I was focused on.
Unbelievable!
It's slipping through my
Rose was lucky in our first fight.